Hi, I'm Gary Perez, and this is what I know. The audition you'll never get credit for. The best work you'll ever do, nobody will see it. There's an audition I think about sometimes, not because I booked it, not because I didn't. I think about it because it was the best work I did that year, and nobody knows it happened except me and maybe, I hope, the casting director, who has long since moved on to other rooms, other days, other actors. I was prepared in a way I'm rarely prepared. Not over-prepared, not crazy prep ready where you've planned everything in advance and you're just executing a plan. We've all been there. I mean, of course, I had done the work and then let it go. And when the camera started rolling, I stepped into my first moment with a wild sense that I'd walked into something else, new. Somehow it felt I hadn't rehearsed it. It was one of those rare sessions where the scene was actually happening, where my reader became real to me and something unscripted started to move within me. I watched playback knowing I had done something. Not perfect. It was, however, something real. My reader agreed, and that was the take to send. I'd had sessions like that in the room back when that's how it worked. That same feeling of something opening up that you hadn't planned. The format changed. The experience did not. This one didn't book either. You never hear why. You may never even have been seriously under consideration. The whole thing, the preparation, the session, the moment, exists now only in your memory. Mine too. And probably in a video folder somewhere neither of us will ever open again. Experiences like those used to bother me in a specific, grinding way. I wanted someone to have seen it. Not for the validation exactly, well, maybe, but more because it felt like something real had happened and the world had produced no evidence of it. There was no record, no one to confirm it. The work simply vanished. What I understand now is that this is not an exception in this business. It is the job. The audition you'll never get credit for is not just one session. It's every self-tape you've submitted that received no response, not a pass, not a thank you, not a timestamp on a red receipt. It's the callback where you came in second to someone taller or shorter or more attractive whose face read differently. None of that adds up to a contract, getting paid, another credit on your resume, or on IMDb. The industry has no mechanism for acknowledging the work underneath the work. So why do it? And I mean that as a real question, not a rhetorical one. If the work disappears, and most of what you actually do never registers publicly, never gets filed anywhere, never contributes to a career in any traceable way, why maintain the standard? Why bring your full instrument into a room or on tape? Here's my answer. Because the work changes you. Not metaphorically, literally. Every time you work a scene at full commitment, be it in an audition, in class, alone in your apartment running lines in the shower at midnight, you are building your instrument. The room doesn't determine the value of what happened. You do. The casting director's response doesn't determine whether something real occurred. Something either happened or it didn't, and you know which one it was. The actors who last in this business are not the ones who get the most press, but the ones who are still doing real work 20 or 30 or more years in. These are the artists who figured this out early or stumbled into it by necessity. They developed a relationship with the work that doesn't require external confirmation to sustain itself. Not because they stopped caring about booking. They care. Everyone cares. but they learn to locate the value of a session somewhere other than the outcome, because the outcome is too unreliable a place to put anything you need to keep going. I want to be careful here because this can slide into the kind of spiritual sounding actor talk that I have very little patience for. I'm not telling you to be grateful for rejection or to reframe your losses as gifts. I'm saying something much more practical. The audition room or wherever you do your self-tapes is a place where you either practice being a full human being in extreme conditions or you practice managing your presentation under pressure. Those are different skills. One of them makes you a better actor over time. The other makes you better at auditions in a way that slowly hollows you out. The best work I have ever done, no one has seen. I think that's probably true for most working actors at a certain level. It doesn't make the work less real. It makes the choice to do it honestly a more deliberate one. You walk in, you do the work, you leave it there. The room keeps none of it. You do. And if it was on tape, please do not post your unbooked audition on social media. It's a noticeably ego-driven move. A bit desperate, even. Others know it. And it's unfair to the actor who booked. I'm Gary Perez, award-winning actor, playwright, on-camera coach, and co-founder of the Labyrinth Theater Company. Over 30 years of Broadway, television, and film. If this is useful to you, there's more at ActorCameraCraft.com. Subscribe if you haven't. Pass it along to a fellow actor who needs to hear it. New videos coming. Thank you.